Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Time to become a guitar god in 2.2 seconds. You wish. I wish. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you a solution to your problems that you're having right now with strumming. You're probably using thick picks, right? Well, you need to throw them all in the garbage. Well, actually, just throw them in a jar. You might pick them up in about 10 years, maybe. What I want you to do is go out and buy yourself some Jim Dunlop 0.38 millimeter white nylon picks, okay? And buy yourself maybe, I don't know, 2.46 millimeter Dunlop nylon white picks. There's a reason for this. You're running too thick of a pick right now and you're struggling with strumming. It's very chalky, very, blah, too robotronic, you just can't do this. And as long as you can't strum, you're also not going to be able to do chording very well and switch because you need both to go along together. Otherwise you can't do it right. So the solution is very simple. Now, I would also challenge you noobs to go look through the rest of my channel with anything related to guitar lessons, a Fender Squier 20th Anniversary Edition acoustic guitar, a Denver left-handed acoustic guitar model DD44, what's this, SL? Yes, DD44SL review. And you'll see my left-handed guitar. I'm only going to pull this one out because I'm kind of like you right now in a way, just I'm probably much better and I've been at it less time. So how do you become this good this fast? You practice like crazy, okay? But you also have to have the right pick. Okay, it's kind of like I always preach at people. You need the right tool for the job, whether it's auto mechanics or auto body or small engine or whatever the hell it is you're working on, okay? You have to have the right tools for the job. And guitar is no differently, okay? Try and think of it maybe as a job. You're learning a new job, a new career, a new whatever. Even if you're never going to do this thing for a living, you're just going to have fun with it, whatever. But, you need the right tools, okay? First of all, you need a guitar that fits you properly. You need the guitar action or strings set as low as they can be set without buzzing on the frets. Okay, this is going to make it extremely easy for you to press down on the strings to form chords, and you're going to only have mild discomfort instead of excruciating pain, because in part 1 of my guitar lessons called The Talk, look it up, watch the whole thing, okay? Pay attention to the video, you're going to learn tons, okay? Anyways, one of the things I talk about in there is the fact that guitar is a no pain, no gain thing. Except the thing is it doesn't have to be excruciating pain in the fingertips, okay? Mild discomfort is cool. If you're feeling more than mild, maybe you practiced a little too long, that could get excruciating, even with a properly set up guitar. So I always tell you guys, as noobs, and I do it with my students too, even though the first, each lesson with them is an hour, so it's kind of hell. When they practice, 10 minutes a day is great, okay? And do that for the first couple of weeks until your callus is built up. Then double the time or triple the time if you can handle doing it. My wife's been at this now steady every day for 2 weeks on this guitar since I picked it up. Okay, so if you look up even my review on this, you'll know exactly when I got it. Okay, and she's been at it since actually the day after that. Okay, I've been at it since the day I got it. And I tried playing with a 46 millimeter pick or 0.46 millimeter pick for a few days, and I had a really rough go at it. And I had a rough go regardless because I'm primarily a left-handed guitar player, all right? So this is a righty, okay? So that means I strum with my right arm and I chord with my left. That's a right-handed guitar. Now, with left-handed guitar, you're completely the opposite, all right? You are strumming with your left and chording with your right. So now, my left-handed guitar, of course, is properly sized for me. And properly sized guitar is also going to make a heck of a difference. All right? So, right-handed. .38 millimeter pick, you are going to work magic. It's going to be like, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? Well, because the guy at the music store, you said, what's a good pick to start with? And he handed you a variety pack full of everything that's wrong. That's why. Well, plus you didn't know about it, right? And those music store guys, they're not going to tell you much. I mean, a lot of them are guitar players, and they're playing with thicker picks. And, you know, a lot of people do prefer a thicker pick, and that's absolutely fine. But, you know, you're going to struggle a lot more working with thicker picks in the beginning than you will with a thin. A thin pick is going to get you on the road to rhythm and chord switching a lot faster than you would using thicker picks. Now, if that didn't prove it to you, I don't know what the hell will, okay? I've been messing with this guitar since I got it every single day. Now, I don't work at it for an hour a day on that guitar. I actually spend several hours within a day, every single day, on my left-handed electric and my left-handed acoustic. I also happen to have a right-handed electric, which I don't really touch because even though the body, okay, for an electric guitar, it's a full-size adult guitar, okay, it's different playing an electric than it is an acoustic. Just the feel, the angles are different. And I want to get used to the acoustic first, because even when I was taking guitar lessons, I started playing guitar knowing what I was doing when I was about 14. So when I got my first teacher, and I actually ended up with 2 teachers, by the way, for 1 year, and then I moved from that province to this one. And so I had a year of intense guitar training. Believe me, it was nasty. I learned a lot though, okay? I learned a lot more when I joined up in a band and so on when I moved here. And then I've also learned more and more on my own. I write my own music now and all kinds of stuff, and I'm doing piano now as well. And of course with the piano, it's called learn as I learn, right? And because to me, it's a new thing for me to actually, you know, I've got a chord book for the piano, right? So what I'm learning, I'm teaching you guys. Well, guitar, I've been playing for over 32 years now, knowing what I'm doing, and extremely well, thank you. But right-handed guitar, I've been trying to learn to play it off and on for the last several decades. Because about 30 years ago, when I started buying brand new guitars, they were 2 to 3 times the amount of money for a left-handed as they were right-handed. And to buy a right-handed guitar and get it converted was costly to do, but at the same time it destroys the guitars because the guitars are not made to be converted directly over. And regardless what anybody would try and make you believe, hey, I've pretzeled bodies, I've twisted necks, I've done it all, okay? You don't convert a straight across. It doesn't work well. Things go bad, okay? And I used to have this one really nice Dayon acoustic guitar that my guitar teacher helped me purchase. It was a used guitar, and it was a right-handed one because lefties we couldn't get, you know, for very cheap. Even for a used one was really friggin' expensive. And my parents didn't want to spend more than, you know, $100 tops, you know, and even $90 they were kind of like, eh. It's like, the kid wants to play, do you want him to learn? You've been buying them guitars all this time from Sears, and they're garbage, you know, let's get them something. So we did a basic conversion on that Dayon, and then I met up with a Lutheran here where I'm living now, and he taught me a lot about even my own guitar maintenance, setting the necks and all this other jazz, and then I started to learn stuff myself on YouTube too. But when it came to the whole playing thing, dedication, you need discipline. You need to be a stubborn person in order to, you know, keep at it. You know, like I'm very stubborn, and when I set my mind to do something, or I set a goal for myself to learn something new, because I always want to learn stuff. I don't care what it is, you know. I'm a go-getter. I will do it. I will learn that skill, you know, and I will get really excellent, you know, at that skill, okay? And then I'll do something else and learn something else and learn something else, right? Well, guitar, I didn't give a lot of dedication to learning the right-handedness, because every time I pick one up, I'd be like, oh God, my back. You know, because I'm twisting my spine the other way that what it's used to, and my fingers, and the things just didn't want to go well, you know. So this year has been the year where I've decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I don't care what it takes, what hell I got to put my body through to twist itself the other way and push my brains the other directions. I'm going to do this, okay? Now, if you want to understand a little bit about the human brain, the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body, and then left side controls the right side. Well, I'm trying to convince the brain to, you know, go like this when I want it to, and then come back again when I want it to, at will. And that's very difficult to do, to play both ways. So I do not suggest doing this stuff. It's very hard. Wait until you become a really great guitar player in one direction. Then if you want to learn the opposite hand, knock yourself silly. You know, it is difficult. It is different to the spine, the body, the fingers, the muscles, the arms, the angles, the and the you know. It's really, it is different. But I'm determined. So I've only had this acoustic guitar for about 2 weeks, and I've been going at it every day, okay? I've barely even touched my righty, okay? My right-handed electric, okay? But this thing, yeah, because I don't have to plug it in for one. Two, it's a little bit more comfortable than my right-handed electric right now. And even though, yes, it is the wrong size for me, I do need a proper sized one, and I'll be able to do even better, because this is going to limit me. Right now I'm limited to the chords that I can actually pull off because of the size, and it changes angles so the smaller things get. But it's also the strumming. For me to be able to do a lot of the same kind of strumming patterns that I can do already on my left-hand guitar, this thing is going to restrict me because it's way too small. Which is why I tell you people, you need a guitar that fits you properly. That's big, okay? That's huge, all right? You need the action set as low as you possibly can get it without string buzz, so you barely have to touch the strings, and you don't get excruciating pain. Unless you overdid it, then it's your bad. Otherwise, it should be mild discomfort, maybe a little touch past mild, because you are building callus where there never was. So, you know, there's nerves in your fingertips that you have to have pushed away, okay, and hidden behind the callus, okay? So you got to learn this stuff. I mean, if I can play this well in 2 weeks, because of how determined I am, and I'm using the right pick, the only difference here is I got the wrong size guitar, and I'm doing this well. Imagine how well you can do if you get determined, and you get the go-getter attitude, and you get stubborn, and you get the attitude that I will do this. I will conquer it. It will not conquer me, okay? You gotta get the discipline. You gotta say every single day, you know, and I mean, you can play an easy 40 minutes in a day if you wanted to. Just break it up, you know, if you need to. You know, because not everybody has, you know, an hour in one shot. I mean, I can sit here and play for 12 hours a day if I feel like it. I got the time to do it. Okay, I don't do it that much, but I do play a lot every day. And so it's an advantage. So the more you put in, the more you're going to get out, and the faster you're going to get out of it, right? So you're going to improve, but you can't improve if you don't have the right tools for the job, which means you got to have the right pick. And that means a .38 millimeter Dunlop nylon white pick, okay? This is your baby. This is your tool that you need to work with your guitar and you, so that not only will you be able to strum, but you'll be able to catch on a lot easier to strumming patterns and chord changing. Chord changing is difficult regardless of how well you can strum. But the thing is, it's going to be a lot easier if you have the right pick, because now that you've solved this problem, and this is now easier, now this is going to be a lot easier, okay? So they go hand in hand, you know what I mean? So you gotta work on that, you gotta do that. So I can pretty much, I'll give you a 99% guarantee that if you switch over to .38 millimeter picks, the Jim Dunlop nylon whites, I can 99% guarantee you that if you do that and you got music in your blood and talent for guitar in your soul, you're going to be very successful very quick. Also, if and only if you're willing to dedicate every single day time to do it, okay? Even if you're 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, that's 10 minutes a day. Do that for 2 weeks. Get your fingertips broken in. Then after 2 weeks, 20 minutes every single day, right? Do that for a week. Next week comes, half an hour every day. I don't care how you break up the time, half an hour every day. Boom, 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 boom. Now you may not progress as fast as I have within 2 weeks, okay? Unless you're, crazy like I am to just sit there and play no matter how much it friggin' hurts. Okay, because I did that. Trust me, I'm determined. I don't care. Okay, I'm at it. But if you've got the time to do it, hey, by all means. But if you only have the availability to do a half an hour every day, and if it's broken up time, that's fine. At least you got a half an hour in every single day within probably, I don't know where you're going to be in 2 months, but you're going to be probably 100 times more better in 2 months than you are right now, and you've probably spent several months already fighting this because you have the wrong gear, okay? And the worst piece of gear you can have is the wrong pick to start with, okay? And you got to make sure you've got the right size guitar, and it's got to be set up properly, okay? And you got to tune it, by the way, because if you don't tune your guitar right, it ain't gonna play right, okay? So you need to tune it properly. So there's a few things to learn, right? So it's very important, that you learn these practices. And, every time when you go to touch your guitar, like to pick it up off your music stand, you're going to have to tune it, because even sitting overnight, some of these strings will be flat, some of them will be sharp, right? Just by sitting there. Wood moves all the time, right? So people who say, oh, my guitar never falls out of tune. Bull. It doesn't sound like it did. It's down by maybe a half a step. It still sounds in tune. It can be down a full step and sound in tune when it really isn't. Okay? But, I mean, hey, I've owned a lot of guitars in my life. A lot of them. And yeah, they all react the same way. So, But if you want to do this, you do it. If you don't, you don't. It's up to you, bottom line. Anyways, that's my key to success at getting to learn guitar much quicker. You need the right picks to start with. So, 0.38 millimeter Dunlop white nylon, Jim Dunlop picks. These are great picks, okay? Again, a 0.46 millimeter Dunlop pick, white nylon. These picks will last you for a long time, okay? So, that's it, that's all. Feel free to leave your comments, your questions, okay? Everybody has their own opinion. I have opinions, and I have my proof to back it up, as you've seen already. So if you've been following my channel on me playing right-handed guitar, you're going to know exactly how long I've been at this for right-handed, okay? And that's enough proof in my books that, hey, woo-doo, I switched to a different pick, and now I'm like cooking, right? So anyways, there you go. Later.